Hello friends, Marcy here, and we are ready for day 16 of the Colorverse Colorvent and Diamine Inkvent calendars. So I just want to get the door open, the bottles out, and then look at some beautiful color. Oh, sorry, I'm not in frame. Looks like is this a brown? Yes. Eclipse Silence. Okay, let's read about Eclipse Silence. It says eclipse silence is a color that captures the darkness and silence of the moment when the moon completely covers the sun, temporarily blocking out the sun's light. Interesting. Oh, anxious to see that on paper. I wonder if it'll lean more to a black gray rather than what brown I'm seeing on that label. We'll never know until I stop talking and get into it, right? My mind is imagining what would that color look like on paper. And something similar here. It's harder to see with this plastic on. It looks like Tundra, but we'll get it unwrapped and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have, oh, let me zoom in. Tundra. Boy, this script is just very difficult to see. And it says it's a standard ink. Okay. We have the backdrop of our book. Been using Colorverse and Diamine left and right consistently. But before I start, I just want to back up and let you see what I discovered later. This Brinicles has a faint red sheen on. I'm trying to get it to shine for you. I'm not catching the light. Anyway, and then some other colors here that I'm seeing in the saturated portion that I put down heavily. But look, surprise. That's what colors you're seeing in the background here. Some yellow and beige. Interesting. Okay, and then one more look at Sleigh Ride, the Extreme Sheen, and this interesting chromatography strip. Very faint blue at the very top, and I don't know if it's showing up for you like I'm seeing it. It's a lot of brown, but I think the brown is the blue and the orange mixing together. And then faint pink at the very, very bottom. Okay, I'm anxious to see some new colors, so let's just move on. Eclipse Silence and a heavy swatch here. Ooh, that's full, or it had a bubble. I'm just twirling to get some ink up into those channels. Ooh, that is pretty. I would almost, oops, I made a splatter. I don't know why mushroom came to mind. You know, the darkest portions of a mushroom. That's what color that reminds me of. Okay, we have Eclipse. Silence. I have some wonderful pictures of the last total eclipse we had in April. Here in Texas, we were in the, excuse me, path of totality, and that was an amazing day. Hubby had to work. I was able to be home and experience it, but it was still amazing. Oops. I want a thinner line, thinner line. Okay, I like what I see going on over here. I want to cap this real quick before I visit this more closely. It almost has a golden shimmer to it. It was very, very dark when wet, but now I kind of see like just the surface is golden. I don't know. That's very, very interesting. It's not a shimmer, It's more of a sheen, but it doesn't have any perimeters. So, wow, this ink is amazing. Anxious to see the chromatography on that later. I'm going to move on to the Tundra. Looks very dark. I was expecting a lighter ink. There we go. Something like that. I don't know. The color of the label kind of looks like a beige violet, and I was expecting something along that line. I can't really tilt the bottle here, but yeah, that's a gorgeous green. Let's see what kind of magic we have happening as it dries. So someone ever asked me, if you have any hobbies, I like to watch ink dry. I seriously get a lot of enjoyment with my pens and inks, for sure and for certain. Okay, that was a much better performance with my line width variations there. I'm going to rinse this and let you see what I see going on here with Tundra. Okay, it's quite wet on the T where I first started my lettering. Let me zoom in. But the drying of this swatch, greens and browns, and I think even the pink is in there. It's creating that mixture. But we'll let this dry a moment and come back to close out, and we'll do you'll see the chromatography when we start day 17. Okay, everything is dry here but the tea on Tundra. So I just want to look, as I'm watching it, I have a good explanation for my thoughts on this color. I'm not sure if you're picking up on the layer of sheen, but this reminds me of a dirty old copper penny. That's what, yeah, a dirty old copper penny, one that has been around for quite a few years, and it's like that dark brown, but that's what it looks like to me. Eclipse Silence. I'm just amazed at the layer of um, sheen. It's not a shimmer, but it does glisten on the top of the page there. And Tundra, as it's dried, I see a lot of like a slate blue gray in the background mixed with the brown. So that's very enjoyable. Again, it reminds me of some of my Sailor color changing inks. Do some comparisons later. Anyway, thank you for spending some of your precious moments with me. You have a blessed day. Bye bye.